Matt, nice
Jimmy.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so what's going on here, buddy? Okay, real quick, I wanted to pause. I'm in a parking lot at a university of the University of Tulsa, I'm sorry, which is pretty awesome. So anyways, let's carry on.
On the way through, we're coming from Guyman, about 6 hours away. Came through Oklahoma City, and I heard a loud screeching sound on this side. And then I went down to touch brakes. Brakes went to the floor.
Okay.
So I was able to get over to the side. They worked on it, and they put a new spindle on. And they had to keep it overnight. Anyway, this morning, whenever I went to move it from that side of the parking lot to here, it was grinding. I could hear a grinding sound, a screeching sound. And I just didn't want to get on the highway with
that noise.
15 kids in the bus and then reach down to no brakes no more.
I don't blame you. Holy cripes. Yeah.
So, I mean, Ron said, it could be just because they didn't replace the
brakes.
The brakes that, maybe because it's a new spindle that the brakes are getting kind of ground down to fit that old thing, or
yeah. Maybe it's not too hot.
I mean, you can drive it around if you want to.
Yeah, everything is super sparkly. It looks all new down here. Yeah, let me check the other side. Let's go ahead and give this sucker a drive. When do you start hearing that noise, bud?
Just this afternoon when I moved it from that parking lot to this side.
And that's what I mean, is just like going from back and forth. Do you hear that noise?
Yeah, just like even slow, like right here in the parking lot.
I bet this thing's fun to drive, huh?
Yeah. It's like driving a billboard.
Yeah. Yeah, that side has a brand new brake and everything's new on it besides the caliber. This side has old rotor, old brakes and everything.
Yes.
It sounds like it's mainly coming from this left side. They did a really good job putting all that together.
I'm not hearing it on the right side.
Yeah. No. Yeah, let's go park and I'm gonna double check this wheel. Okay. This is all this stuff is okay. They bandaged that up good. Yeah, let me double check this left wheel. And
I was just doing, whenever it happened, I was like 65 miles an hour down the interstate and you reach down and there's no brakes. I was like, oh shit. And I didn't say that because I had a pile full of kids in the car. They had no idea. So I changed lanes and I reached down again and hit the brake again all the way to the floor. Dunk. And then so I changed lanes again, make my way to the shoulder, and I got pulled over. My son, who's in college, he's my sponsor on this trip. So I said, get the kids off and have them head up the hill. Yeah. I'm on the side of the highway. I don't want a bus full of kids in the car. Yeah. In case somebody comes and smashes into us. So we walked up the hill, and then when we got out, that thing was just humming hot. There was just smoke coming out of it. But they had to replace. They couldn't even get the nut off of it because they said it had gotten so hot it welded that. Yeah, everything was. Yeah. Axle and all that was replaced. Yeah. The whole side. But so that's the only reason when I got in to move the bus this afternoon, I'm like, I don't want to be doing that again.
Yeah, I know. I for sure understand. I for sure understand.
All right, man. Well, if you think it's good to go, man.
I believe it's safe. I'm gonna double check on this left side wheel real quick, just so. Yeah, this rotor is just really chewed, but it's just got some scratch marks on it. A little clip for you. Hey man, well I am happy you called me, buddy. I appreciate it.
Coming out.
Oh yeah, for sure. A little hard to see, but you can see. Oh shoot, it's just all scratched up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then your pads are next to nothing, so I mean you'll have enough to get to where you're going, but I would recommend getting them replaced as soon as you get there. But in respect for Oklahoma, I'm not going to charge you to come out here.
Oh man, thank you so much, man.
Not a problem, dude. I can respect what you're doing, and yeah, much love. I'm happy that I got to come out here and freaking look at it for you. So glad it wasn't.
Check you out on TikTok.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool. Check me out on, dude. I'm on TikTok, Facebook. I'm on YouTube. So that's why I was like, man, I'm excited because they'll like the Tulsa, the University of Tulsa. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you did the right thing by calling me because you don't want to take no chances, for sure.
Let me get your contact info.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm Parker's mobile mechanic everywhere, dude. Especially, well, On TikTok, it's easier to find me as Matt the Mechanic.
Okay.
Because I was doing mechanic work before I was mobile, so.
Okay.
But all right, man.
Hey, man.
It was great to meet you, buddy.
Really
You're very welcome, Jimmy. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Take care.
Well, he for sure did the right thing by calling me and not, you know, getting back on the road with a bus full of kids and then having noises. That brake for sure needs to be replaced. I have no idea why they would put it back on the road with doing. I mean, maybe they were just really backed up and they couldn't get to that other side. But I mean, for the life of me, I can't really. I'm like, what are they gonna do with the other set of brake pads? Because brake pads don't just come with one pair. You know what I mean? It gets a set, one for each side, obviously, a set for each side. And so I'm just like, what the hell are they going to do with the other set? Just hold on to it or whatever? I don't know why. They should have just threw it on because, I mean, even if the rotor was trashed, like the rotor is trashed, it for sure needs to be replaced, but they should have at least thrown it on just for like, you know, for stopping purposes, obviously, to be a little bit more safer. But luckily for that guy and, you know, the bus full of kids, the vehicle is cool. Everything's safe. It does have a lot of miles on it, but no engine lights or nothing like that. It sounded awesome. That's why I like diesels. Let's go diesel. Needless to say, in a situation like that, you would obviously want to check the other side wheel bearing, especially if like the left failed. You would definitely want to check the right out. But before I end the video, I would like to add that the reason why I didn't check the other wheel bearing from the other side was because it had already been checked from the shop that fixed the previous one. But because, guys, it had already been diagnosed that the wheel bearing was fine, and it was really obvious that the brake rotor was just, it was all tore up, it was all scratched up. I mean, you could feel the grooves in it. And it wasn't alarming, it was only really a noise once you applied the brake. Brake noises are pretty dang, I mean, they're pretty notorious, guys. So when you hear the whole sh thing, I mean, it's pretty notorious. I mean, as far as a wheel bearing and a brake though, they could sound alike, but that wasn't the case. It was just, I didn't want to get anybody thinking something else. It was for sure a rotor and brake issue.